The morning light was different today. It felt warmer, more inviting, as if it carried a promise of new beginnings. Sarah felt it as she opened her eyes, a sense of calm washing over her. It wasn't just the sunshine streaming through her window, it was a feeling of renewal. Something had shifted within her, a subtle yet profound change. Looking back, she hardly recognized the person she used to be. The journey had transformed her in ways she never imagined. The fear, the confusion, it felt like a distant memory, replaced by clarity and purpose. In its place bloomed a newfound sense of self, a strength she never knew she possessed. She felt invincible. The journey hadn't been easy. It was filled with obstacles and moments of doubt. There were moments of doubt, moments when the weight of the world felt crushing, almost unbearable. But Sarah had weathered the storm. She had faced her fears head-on and emerged victorious. She had emerged stronger, more resilient, and most importantly, true to herself. She had found her inner warrior. As she sipped her coffee, a wave of gratitude washed over her. She felt thankful for every challenge and every triumph. She was grateful for the challenges that had shaped her, for the people who had shown her kindness, and for the community that had embraced her with open arms. They had been her pillars of strength. Today, Sarah stood tall, ready to face whatever the day might bring. She was prepared for any challenge. She was a warrior, a survivor, and a beacon of hope for others who were still struggling to find their way. Her journey was a testament to the power of resilience and hope. It started innocently enough, a simple YouTube recommendation. Sarah had always been drawn to stories of self-discovery, of people embracing their true selves. She found solace in these narratives, often feeling a deep connection to the characters and their journeys. One evening, she found herself clicking on a video titled, "Coming Out My Truth." It was a moment of curiosity, a desire to understand more about the experiences of others. The thumbnail featured a young woman with a bright smile, her eyes sparkling with confidence. Intrigued, Sarah hit play, not knowing how much this video would resonate with her. The woman in the video spoke with such honesty and vulnerability, sharing her journey of coming to terms with her sexuality. Her words were raw and unfiltered, painting a vivid picture of her struggles and triumphs. Sarah felt a connection, a sense of familiarity with the emotions the woman was describing. It was as if the woman was speaking directly to her, voicing thoughts and feelings Sarah had long kept hidden. The algorithm, it seemed, had taken notice. It began to suggest more videos that echoed the themes of self-acceptance and personal growth. Soon, Sarah's feed was filled with similar videos. Each one offered a new perspective, a new story of courage and authenticity. She listened to stories of resilience, of love, and of the unwavering support found within the LGBTQ+ community. These stories were not just about struggle, but also about the joy of finding one's true self. With each video, a seed of recognition began to grow within Sarah. She started to see parts of herself in these stories, parts she had never fully acknowledged before. It was a feeling she couldn't quite place, a sense of belonging she had never experienced before. The algorithm had led her to a community she didn't know she needed, and for the first time, she felt truly seen. The city bustled around Sarah, a symphony of noise and movement. The cacophony of car horns, chatter, and footsteps created a rhythm that was both chaotic and harmonious. But she was lost in her thoughts, the words from countless YouTube videos echoing in her mind. "Love is love. You are valid. You are not alone." These phrases had become her mantra, a lifeline in moments of doubt. As she walked, she observed the couples holding hands, the friends laughing together. Each interaction seemed to tell a story, a narrative of connection and belonging. It was as if a veil had been lifted, and she was seeing the world with new eyes. The ordinary scenes of daily life now appeared extraordinary, filled with meaning and significance. She noticed the subtle signs of affection, the knowing glances, the unspoken language of love that transcended gender. These small gestures spoke volumes, revealing the depth of human connection. It was in that moment, amidst the chaos of the city, that Sarah had an epiphany. The noise and movement around her seemed to fade, leaving her in a bubble of clarity. The voices she had been hearing online, the stories of self-acceptance, they weren't just stories. They were lifelines, beacons of hope that guided her through her own journey. They were reflections of her own truth. Each story she heard resonated deeply, mirroring her own experiences and feelings. The realization hit her like a bolt of lightning. She was gay. The word echoed in her mind, a powerful affirmation of her identity. The word resonated within her, no longer a whisper but a resounding affirmation. It was a declaration of self, a statement of truth that filled her with a newfound sense of confidence and strength. The realization of her sexuality brought back a flood of memories, both painful and enlightening. High school hallways filled with whispers and judgment, echoing in her mind. Sarah recalled the awkwardness she felt around certain girls, the butterflies in her stomach that she had quickly dismissed as mere nerves. She remembered feeling like an outsider, never quite fitting in with the other girls. She had tried to ignore these feelings, burying them deep down inside her heart. Back then, she didn't have the language to understand what she was feeling. The internet wasn't as accessible, and LGBTQ+ representation was scarce. She felt alone, isolated in her confusion. Now, as she looked back, Sarah felt a pang of sadness for her younger self. The years she had spent denying her truth, the missed opportunities for connection and love. But with this sadness came a sense of forgiveness, a gentle understanding of the journey she had been on.